What up, guys? Back at it again with another video, but this time it's gonna be 20 facts about me. Shout out to Cindy C for the idea. We're excited about this idea that had to write down those 20 facts just to double check. Alright, let's see. Fact number 1. I enjoy being to myself. I can conserve energy. I can do whatever on my own time, and I'm not around drama. It's peaceful and quiet. What's not to like about being peaceful and quiet? Learning is a drug to me. Once I find an interest in a subject or topic, I'll do non-stop research on it until I feel like I need to stop researching it. Or third fact, my ethnicity is I'm half Laos and I'm half Thai. Shout out to Laos and shout out to Thailand, especially for their food. They got some bomb ass food. Fact number 4, I enjoy listening to music. I like any type of music except heavy metal and country. Type of music to listen to for the rest of my life. I would do the late 80s, early 90s, and the late 90s and early 2000s. Hip hop and rap and R&B. Number 5, I don't discriminate color or race. People are people at the end of the day. It doesn't matter by color or race. Number 6, I'm a gym enthusiast or a gym head. I like to go to the gym because I like being active. I like weightlifting because it makes my muscles feel good. And best part, it's beneficial to my health. Number 7, I like to travel. Basically, I don't mind going to new places that I don't know about. It's just it seems interesting going into the unknown. Number 8, I like to read books, preferably self-development, psychology, philosophy, and any biographies by like Malcolm X, John F. Kennedy, Bruce Lee, Al Capone, just people like that, you know, notorious for something. Number 9, I'm a car enthusiast. JDM, muscle, exotics, you name it. I'm a fan of those type of cars. I prefer the 90s JDM cars because there's just something about that, their body styles, their the way how they built their engines, and just that era. Like I think I'll be honest, the 90s was pretty dope for like the fashion, the music, and just like what was going on in the world. But I don't mind today's time because hey, nothing lasts forever. Number 10, I consider myself a spiritual person because I've never relied on anybody with all my struggles. I've always like told myself to like keep on going and pushing since I was a teenager. And I don't see anything with religion for me. Number 11, I have eczema. Imagine inflammation going through your body and inside of your body while you're walking and moving. And imagine waking up with blisters and red marks all over your body and a stiff, just basically your whole body is stiff and you can barely move it because of all the inflammation what's going on in your body. That's how it felt. But I got through it thanks to the internet, honestly. Internet helped me on that one. Number 12, I'm a fan of guns. They're constructed and the way how they're designed. And plus, I see them all the time when I play video games, so it's kind of like, like I wonder who was behind the idea of the AR-15 or the AK-47. It's just like it mind boggles me of how like the AK-47, the original AK-47 was so good at the time when it was first designed compared to, you know, the first edition M16 and AR. But hey, I like both rifles. They're both good. And the Glock. I like smoking weed. Currently, I'm not smoking weed due to my diet and the effects it's gonna do to my testosterone. So I don't smoke weed, but hey, I don't mind doing it once in a while, just in moderation. It doesn't it won't hurt anything if you do it once. I don't judge first impressions. I think that first impressions bring no value. It doesn't really tell me about you or what you're doing. It can be made up. It's like a trailer for a movie. Yeah, it looks good, but you haven't really seen the movie. That's why I don't really judge first impressions. I prefer older scary movies from the 90s, late 80s, and I say the 70s too, 70s. I think about what I like about those movies is that something about each time I watch them, the tension builds up pretty quick, and I can feel my heart racing as the movie's going on. I mean, some movies right now, like The Conjuring and all those. I know there's another one. I forgot. It's with The Conjuring. Yeah. Well, I'll think about it later, but. Yeah, I mean those. Oh, The Nun. Those movies are pretty scary, but I don't know. There's just something about the 90s and 80s and 70s scary movies. There's just I feel different when I watch them. I like to watch anime. Anime to me is it's basically cartoons. Since the downfall of Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. And from what I heard, SpongeBob went down, so I was like, damn, man, I gotta get my cartoon source from somewhere. So I started getting into anime. And I'm not gonna lie, dude, I was a hater at first because I had this stigma that the only people that watch anime were a bunch of losers. But bro, I'm one of those type of people where I'm like, I can't judge something if I never tried it. And the moment that I started watching Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, that's when I got hooked. One Punch Man, Berserk, Ninja Scroll. I just kept going and going. And now I've been I binge watch a lot, I'll be honest. But I don't binge watch too much where it's affecting my work. And I like to cook. Cooking to me is I don't know how to describe it. It's delicious. If you get it right. To me, okay, all right. To me, it's like saving money, and it's much healthier. Because I don't know about you, but isn't it the way how they're making these pastries and desserts and bread? It's way too many ingredients just for a bread, a loaf, or some sweets and stuff. I go to the grocery store. I always read the ingredients. And then, to me, I just think, man, this is a lot of ingredients just for this pastry, for this loaf of bread. So I just think to myself, maybe I can make this. And you won't get it the first time unless you're unless you're not me. Let's put it like that. Unless you're not me. Because for me, I'll be honest, it takes me about a couple of tries. Maybe 4 or 5 times just to get a cooking recipe down. I'm very optimistic about my future. I know that it's gonna go to a positive way, and I'm just hoping. Well, I'm not really hoping. I know that I'm going into the right. I know I'm going into the right direction, even if it's very slow. All I gotta do is just let time reward me, and I'm just put in the work. And maybe I gotta do a little bit more. But all I know is that I'm gonna get somewhere where I want to be, or even close, even if it takes me 10 years. Because right now, I don't plan on working at the job as a career, anytime in my life. Number 19. My only fear in life is not reaching my full potential. I think that if I never reach my full potential, if I never reach my full potential in life, I would consider myself a failure. Like, if I never actually thought about wanting to start YouTube or wanting to start a side business or apply for an LLC, I think I would probably sit in my own sorrow and probably just like, I don't know, I wouldn't look at life anymore. You gotta have purpose in life. That's how I see it. And the purpose may start out slow, but hey, progress is progress, regardless how you see it. I'm a picky eater. Like, I can't really eat a type of meat like 3 or 4 times a week. Well, okay, I can do it 3 times a week, but 4 times is kind of like pushing the limits. Like, when I do meal prep, I don't really eat chicken 5 days a week. I eat chicken 3 days a week, and the next 2 days, ground turkey or some ground beef. I like to like mix it up because it gets like bland and plain after a while. And food like that don't taste good after 3 days. I'll be honest. Chicken does not taste good after 3 days. If anybody knows some good seasonings, let me know, please, because I haven't found any good seasonings out here for some chicken. Yep, that's 20 facts about me, man. If you like this video, give me a like. If you didn't like it, unlike. If you want to tell me how you feel about the video, comment. If you like this type of video, maybe you should subscribe. Yeah, man. Hope you guys have a good day. I'll see you guys later.